It wasn't very many years ago that Las Vegas tried to market itself as a family destination. These days, though, skin seems to be in, not just at topless clubs, but inside casinos at racy new shows.
This could be a strategy by casinos to keep their customers from straying to the off-strip topless clubs. George Knapp of the I-Team has more in tonight's special assignment.
So now, let your mind go and prepare yourself for X.
It seems unlikely that anyone could stumble into this showroom at the Aladdin and be shocked or surprised by what's presented on stage. The show is called X, after all, and after the briefest introduction period, the X girls pointedly demonstrate why the title fits.
We actually use the title X a little bit as a security blanket. It kind of lets us get away with going that little extra, because when you buy a ticket and it's got X on the ticket, you know.
Co-producers Angela Sampras and Bobby Bowling admit they wanted to push the envelope a bit. Sampras was a principal entertainer in the long-running Crazy Girls show. Bowling is an experienced strip choreographer. They determined there was a naughty niche to be filled.
What Angela and I wanted to do when we created X was to make a show that was, while very sexy, very sensual, very erotic, at the same time was very sophisticated, very classy, and very tasteful. We wanted to create a show that was just as attractive for women as it was for men.
As the audience files into X, a pair of onstage models strike provocative poses. That's followed by more titillating offerings from an uninhibited contortionist. A lingerie model from Playboy magazine strolls seductively across the stage for a bit, and then the stars of the show, the X girls, strut their stuff with ambitious and certainly risque routines that spill out into the audience. It's not frat boys, it's not bachelor parties, or
no, our demographics is really everyone. I mean, and from a 21-year-old all the way to an 80-year-old.
My real estate agent, who sold me my last 3 houses, sent me an email the morning after she came and saw the show, and it said, Bobby, she said, I got to tell you, I'm 61 years old, and after seeing your show, I wanted to rent a room.
So there you go. I know.
If X is intended to tickle the libido, it isn't alone. A tsunami of sexually charged entertainment has enveloped major hotels. Skin and nudity are as ubiquitous as buffets and blackjack, especially in the new generation of nightclubs, each claiming to be sexier than the next. Whether it's partying with the Palm Girls or at Coyote Ugly, seeing liquid sex on stage, or checking out the Rio's cheerleaders, typical ads feature pairs of young women implicitly intertwined. It's not exactly a new twist for Las Vegas.
The lovely maidens, the Aladdin genies, surrounding owner Pete Webby.
Some of the new sexiness may be in response to the success of off-the-strip adult clubs. PR executive Laura Herlovich says shows like X may help casinos keep their customers from leaving for a topless joint. The big casinos have considered building their own adult clubs, but probably can't. That means shows like X, which is an unabashed smash, will do their part to keep randy gamblers on property. They come here expecting a wild time.
Whenever I've been on a plane coming back home, coming into Vegas, everybody on that plane, first of all, it's always a packed plane, and everyone is losing their mind. We're going to Vegas, yeah! And they're just, I mean, that's always been there, and I think it always will be. It's adult Disneyland.
George Knapp, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
If strip casinos can offer topless reviews, why can't they operate their own topless nightclubs? And how much sexier can hotel showrooms get? We'll have some answers to those questions tomorrow night at 11. The Las Vegas topless nightclub business has exploded in recent years, and some of the clubs are so ornate they look like casinos.
At the same time, the entertainment offered in casinos seems as racy as what might be seen in a topless club. So will casinos one day go all the way and open their own adult clubs?
And if so, how will the clubs respond to the challenge? George Knapp has a look in tonight's special assignment.
In Las Vegas these days, there is no refuge from rolling skin, from gargantuan body parts spilling out of bigger billboards, from the siren call of the nudie bars, never far from major hotels. The trouble for the tourist may be figuring out which is which. A new generation of risque reviews, shows like X at the Aladdin, appeal to some of the same customers who might otherwise stray to an adult club.
We tried to push the envelope, and dancing in Crazy Girls for 10 years, I really realized what I thought worked and what didn't.
When you get into this type of entertainment,
Right.
you really do run a fine line as what's acceptable and what's not. And while we tried to do it in an artistic way and a tasteful way.
Las Vegas has long featured topless performers. The X-Girls kicked that up a notch with costumes and choreographed moves that would seem just as home in a strip club, including a cowboy number that might make Clint blush. At least 2 major hotels have studied the possibility of opening their own adult clubs. The Shadow Bar at Caesars is as close as anyone has come to the real deal. 2 properties now offer VIP hotel rooms with their own brass poles. Just add strippers. Casinos are concerned about the guests who end up spending time and money at the topless bar down the street.
You know, if they had a $100,000 player, I'd want to keep him in-house as much as I possibly could.
Beasley works for Jaguars. It ain't your father's topless joint anymore. A palatial $15 million ode to titillation with state-of-the-art sound and lighting and 2,000 dancers on its list. Are they competing with casinos?
What the casinos are doing is a huge plus for us. They're basically whetting their appetite, and they're providing a show, and we're providing the entertainment.
By that, he means personal contact with the dancers, especially lap dances, which casinos aren't allowed to do. Gaming regulators wouldn't stand for it, even though it seems likely that adult entertainment stands on its own as a tourist attraction.
Many groups of people come here not for the gambling, but for the adult clubs. We dearly believe that a lot of the conventioneers, and I think they're actually labeled as not being big gamblers, they come, have their convention in Las Vegas because there's adult clubs available.
The hotels know it, but any strip casino that wanted its own strip club would have a zoning problem. Change zoning for a casino owner, and topless owners would demand equal treatment, raising the specter of Las Vegas Boulevard lined with adult businesses. That or massive lawsuits. At the world's largest gentlemen's club, Sapphires, the existing division of labor works out just fine.
I don't want to compare us to hotels. We're not a hotel, and we don't have the money behind us they have.
People keep trying to put us into that category that we're trying to compete with the strip club, but we're really not, because the strip club is a very one-on-one personal interaction between the customer
its purpose.
and it serves its purpose.
Right.
We're simply an entertainment venue.
But a venue that seems to revel in pushing right up to the edge. George Knapp, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Can the shows at the strip resorts get even racier? The producers of X said one possibility for future shows may be the addition of male performers with little or no clothing, or even total nudity by female performers. However, it's not on the drawing board just yet.